hello.
Hi.
Hello, Joe. Hello, Remy. This time I was the first comment.
Were you?
Yes. Well, there's mine. It says hello, everyone. And then there's Joe. And then there's you.
Because you don't see the one that was above all that 10:01 a.m. this morning.
Oh, God. No, I did not see that one. Damn, I'm not the first one.
I said, can't wait.
Well, I think we're only three now on the live. So I'm going to maybe give a couple of minutes to everyone. Do you want to talk about your week, how everything's been going?
Uh, um, it was a kind of a weird week. Well, we had a long weekend last weekend, so on Sunday I learned how to pressure can, and
Hey.
yay, and pretty much every day since then I've been doing a little bit. Hi,
Hello.
Mercy, and yeah, Monday was a day off. I did a little bit more, and Friday was my girlfriend's grandfather's funeral. So it kind of I was home, I wasn't working, so I ended up doing a lot more canning in the morning before we went to the funerals, and yeah, yesterday and today again, canning, canning, canning.
So now you're feeling the canning, or you're just being addictive.
Yeah, and I am not addicted yet, but it's just like okay, it needs to happen because my two freezers are full, and I'm going moose hunting next week, so I won't be home for a week, and I'll get back home with an extra 100 or 200 pound of meat.
Does that mean your canner only does 4 times 500 mLs every single shot? You can't pressure can 1 liter jars?
I would have to check if the 1 liter would fit, but I can only do 4 jars at a time. I need to buy a bigger one as soon as money falls out of the sky.
Yes. Hello, Danielle.
Hello.
Well, I'm sure if you have the my first pressure canner I bought the smaller version. I think it's a 16 quart or a 12 quarts, and it holds 9 pints in 7 quarts, which is 7 1 liter jars. I didn't think I was gonna get addicted fast. And I say within 2 3 months, I'm like, okay, does not go fast enough. I need the bigger one, which is 23 quarts, because when I double stack, I can pressure can 18
Oh, nice.
pints.
So you have
So
the big one.
yeah. And today I was able to double stack 26 little jars. You know those one mini jars? And
Yeah.
I used the tall one as a water bath, and I was able to double stack it. So I did 3 times the recipe pizza sauce, and I was able to can it one shot, one deal. Everything was done in one shot. Instead of usually I would have to fill the canner, do the thing, and then wait that the water like drops down a little bit and then do the second batch. So now I did 3 times the recipe one. So that was a big game changer getting that. It is an investment. It
Yeah.
is 279 plus tax. So it came to 316. So yes, it is an investment, but such a time saving tool. Canning salsa right at the moment. Num 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 salsa. Hello, Jill. Do we have two Jills
Jill.
here? No, one Jill, one Jill.
One Jill, one Jill.
Yeah, I thought I saw it earlier, Jill.
I
Any
remember when you started canning. Well, I think you were already water bath canning, and you started pressure canning. Was it what? Just in the spring?
uh
Or lately? Wasn't too long
wait, I'm
ago.
trying to remember. I've been water bathing since the first year I gardened. So the year I arrived here in 2018, I was water bathing little mini jelly jars. So it's my 5th year preserving food. I bought my pressure canner in November, the small one. And yeah, I will highlight the comment right after. I got sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I got the pressure canner at the end of the gardening season last year, and it stayed in its box
For a little while, yeah.
for almost 6 months. Yes, and yes, there's big news. Woo! Macy, I'm gonna let you the privilege of saying the news, and I'll put the comment highlighted, and then I'll say it. It is definitely good news.
Yes.
Oh,
I
so what else?
jumped.
Yes, I'm like super excited, and now knowing it now, I need to save up to make it happen. This week I was a busy bee. I neglected a little bit the garden. I have to do a garden like going around tomorrow and see if there's any damage or anything going on. But I went at the farm and I bought a lot of things in bulk, and I've been like canning like a maniac since Thursday. I don't think I only stopped yesterday because I had to go pick up my full pork, and I dropped at my friend's Annie's place and I picked up, I'm scared to say the number, 150 pounds of tomatoes, meat. And I came back home yesterday and the tomatoes needed to be processed like right away. So 2 hour drive to go there in the morning. We chit chatted, obviously, because, I wanted to catch up with Annie and her kids.
Of course.
And then we load up the car. There was so much food everywhere. And I told my husband, like, where in the ... is this pork gonna fit? We have like no more space. But like we magically made it happen. The full pork fit in the car with 150 pounds of tomatoes, with everything else that Annie gave me. She gave me squash, summer squash, book seeds, peppers. God, the car was like exploding everywhere. Got home. As soon as I got home, some of the stuff were starting to thaw out. So I needed like to push everything like quick in the freezers to make sure that everything was safe. And I have to reorganize all the freezers like later on, but at least that's done. And then at 4 o'clock, I started processing all
I
the
know what you
tomatoes.
mean.
Oh God, like I'm crazy. 150 pounds of tomatoes, and I kept 10 pounds for diced tomatoes. That
Nice.
was my day. And I also pressure canned 25 pounds of beets
Nice.
and maybe 15 pounds of carrots. And I'm like,
Cool.
I'm so sick of seeing mason jars right now.
Well, it's fun when you see it. You see them adding up in your pantry.
Oh yes, I'm sure that in the month of August, I've been like pushing, like to do the Ever Bake Counts challenge, which was very fun. Like my pantry shelves are full, but now I have another problem. Well, actually two, three, like one goes together. I'm running low on jars, and it's
Oh, I
serious.
know.
Like I have 3 cases left of 500 mLs, and I have 5 cases of 1 liter jars, and I have 3 cases of 250 mLs. So I might can all my jars this year. But that's a good thing. I'm not complaining.
You
But
have to.
I have no more room. There's no more room. Like I've used up everything. Now I have stuff on the ground. I've put up a Costco shelving in the kitchen, and I started putting my jars there. And after today's canning session and tomorrow's casting, well, maybe by Wednesday, it's full. So I don't know where to put them.
I have the issue where the pantry I have right now, is gonna be my growing space in the spring. So I have to go through my mason jars before then,
Yeah.
unless I find some more space. Like I could always make a few shelves back there, put some stuff.
Yeah, because it's a cool, dark place, so you could
It's
fit
not
in a
cool.
lot of. Well, it's gonna
It's
be
warm.
cool. It's gonna be cool soon
Hope so.
because winter is, sadly, I know. I'm gonna say it.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
say
to
fast. Winter's coming.
hear it.
Winter's coming, whether we want it or not. There's nothing we can do about it. We had the fun. We had the heat, we had the gorgeous weather, and in 3 to 6 months, cold period is coming. Okay, without further ado, Macy last year hosted the Ontario Eastern Ontario Homesteading Conference, the first one last year. And a couple of weeks ago, sadly, she said she was no longer doing it for multiple reasons, and we all felt her situation. It's very time consuming. But hello, Carp's Homestead. But we got good news that someone, McDonald, where is it?
Corners Agricultural Hall.
Yeah, will be sponsoring the event. So it's official. There is a second conference next year in Ontario. I don't think we have any details yet of when. We know the date, which is May 8th, I think. May 8th or May 6th. I can't remember. Macy, is it May 8th or May 6th?
6.
6th.
It's right there.
So May 6th. Okay. So May 6th, but I'm guessing it's held at McDonald's Corner Agriculture Hall, which is not the same place as we went last year, right? Last time, I'm not sure.
No.
Regardless where it is, I know it's going to be awesome. Yes, we are very happy. Yes, I am really happy that I left your house with all that food. But seriously, when I went to bed yesterday, I saw like tomatoes everywhere. And I dreamed of mason jar and pork and like a seasoned pork with tomatoes with mason jar. It was fun. But I'm glad that 150 pounds is now behind me. In the future tomatoes that are coming out of my garden, I might freeze them because I'm done with tomatoes for the moment. Yes. I hope you finish yours tonight. I think she had like 4 boxes left.
From what I can see on the map, McDonald's Corner would be maybe like 30 minutes away from Lanark, where it was last year. 20 minutes, see? I wasn't that far.
So 30 minutes further?
Yeah, well, it's 10 hours away from my place.
Okay. McDonald's Agriculture.
I need to go and take some more time off before or after so that I can go enjoy the time with all my friends.
Yes.
And Saturday, be there for a conference and not miss a thing.
Yes. Well, obviously you're going to come back home and be way overdue. Yes, it's 30 to go to the conference last year. This year, sorry, it was 2 hours and 10 minutes for me. Now it's 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is still doable for me if I'm not able to sleep. I still have to.
You'll find a way.
Well, I'm going regardless. If I have to drive 5 hours, I will. But ideally, I would come in the night before and leave after the conference, or get in the day of the conference, stay the night, and then come back the next day. But it is Mother's Day that weekend. So.
Yeah.
Totally feel you. Received our half beef yesterday, and I had to cook some. Yeah. I'm happy that all the doors closed like a snug fit. I didn't want to start pressure canning last night at all. It was not. I have one shelf available on a stand-up medium size, not the full size, the shorter size. I have one shelf. I can fit 6 bags of 5 pounds each of tomatoes. That's all that fits in there. So I will have to empty at least one more shelf. I have old hamburger meat that I want to process in a shoulder from last year. And if I empty that, I'll have more space for tomatoes. But I know I have to pressure can a lot. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry if I massacre it. Wang Pricha? Hello? Hello, everyone. I'm a paranormal investigator. Welcome. This is the first time I see your name. Not the same place. We'll have more details later. Awesome. You did not put the kids. Nope, nope, nope. The kids were in their seats. Everyone had a place. Cedric has little legs, so
They
all
will.
the individual packaged hamburger meat was under his feet. So, but Emilia and Philip were okay because their feet touch almost the ground, so I couldn't put anything there, or they would like bang the boxes. But everyone was in their seat. No one was on top. There was no pork on top. I did not get stopped by the police, like Patrick said. I did not burn any red lights. It was fun. It was packed, but it was fun. That's what you said. 20 minutes away. It's up. I know it. I know it's not an ideal time for a lot of people to go at the conference, but for homesteaders, there's only the month of May really that it is possible and warm enough for us to leave for an entire day, because like it's just before the crunch of transplanting, and our seedlings can last 2-3 days without being taken care of, and mainly the garden's already prepped and ready to be transplanted. So it is. I know it's hard, but I think as a homesteader, if it was in June, I would not be able to go. If it was in July, I would never be able to go. So I'm happy that it's early May, not too warm, and like not too much going on. Hello, Dave. Are you coming, Dave?
So I'm pretty sure it's going to be there.
You're probably going to do the drive again. It took you like a while, like 2-3 days to get to us.
I know how you feel, Dave. Same for me. Well, at least I was able to drive to Darren's place, spend some time with Darren and Brigitte, and then head over to his parents' cabin, which I don't think will be available next spring, or maybe it will. It was damaged during the storm.
Yeah, we didn't get any follow up on that. Well, we still have lots of time to organize.
Oh yeah,
like December and January, those months where like we're so bored out of our mind and we need
we'll have
like
time to figure something out.
sunlight to make it like through those colder months. I'm sure we're gonna find something to do. Or I remember that Angie said that there's a loft on top of her pole barn, and people will be able to sleep there. I have no idea if that's still possible, but I'm sure that we'll find something. Something will come up.
I'll sleep with the goats.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. You're going to smell. As long as you don't sleep with the males, you should be fine. If you sleep with the males, I'm not sure people will enjoy you.
Yeah, I've seen what they do. I don't want to sleep there either.
No,
Maybe I'll take the chickens instead.
Chickens
Justin Rose did it for one night. He survived.
Yeah, he did survive. The rest of the year is too big. Yeah. It's too busy, or weather is crazy cold. Yeah, so yes, it was chilly. I remember I was glad that I brought my coat, but too hot would have been unpleasant, and colder would have been bad. So we had like a terrific, like beautiful sunny day. It was not raining, but it was definitely a bit chilly. Now, a subject that no one wants to talk about. Colder months are coming. Fall is like almost near us. When I went to Annie's yesterday, her trees in her village started changing colors. Here we don't see it because she's in a different zone than I am, so it's a bit chillier where she is. So it's definitely it's in the air. Can you see the change?
Don't see it.
Well,
it's getting cooler at night. Gotta say, the days are still nice here. No frost yet. We are supposed to have like first official frost date is September 15.
Mm-hmm.
We were expecting frost last week. It didn't happen. But like next week, I want to have a few frosts because it's good for hunting, and hunting starts.
I am supposed to have my first frost in mid-September, and in the next 14 days forecast,
Nothing.
I don't see frost at all.
Nice.
The coldest is 8, and it feels like 6. So I definitely will have to start thinking about closing my tunnel, like the
Hmm.
side of the tunnel at least. But I'm not seeing any frost
And
until sort of September 25th.
the
Last year
coldest
it
I see is
happened. Huh?
9. The coldest night I see is 9.
Ouch.
13, 12, 14, 9, 18, 16, 9. Not so bad. It's just
It's
not good
not.
enough hunting.
Well, hunting for you guys is 2-3 degrees, right?
It's it's too warm when we go hunting. It's from the 20th until the 24th of September, and the perfect temperature would be anywhere under 5 degrees Celsius.
That's what I thought, because it has to be the temperature of like of a fridge.
Yeah.
Like 4 degrees Celsius would be ideal because you start.
Animals move, and we have time. If we get one, we have time to clean it without having to worry about the heat.
Mhm. So that means if it's too warm, you have to hurry up, like removing the insides and the head and all of that.
Yep. But
And
I'm kind of used to it because that's what happened in the last 4 or 5 years that we went hunting. A couple of years back, I think it was 2016 or 2015. We went hunting on a Tuesday, and it was so warm. We decided to go back to the camp and just drink beer because it was plus 35 Celsius. We had a heat wave, and when we killed on the Friday morning, it was snowing. That's insane. Yep.
30 and then snowing.
Yep. 5 days later, 4 days later.
Ouch. That's a big temperature change.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's hope that when you go hunting, you have closer to 10 than 15.
Yeah.
Got my van all set up. Want to early lots to do in the area. Oh, lots to do in the area. So he wants to come in early.
Nice.
I have to figure out how to pass through Quebec City without panicking too much. Couldn't you pass? Couldn't
Well,
you
should we
go
have,
around? Like take the country road, go south of Quebec, and then come back up.
oh, we had to go through the Quebec City, but just on the side, kind of, to go to Darren's place. And then we went the other way around to go through Montreal.
Well, Montreal, I live an hour and 15 minutes away from downtown Montreal. If I can not pass through Montreal, I will. So now we have the opportunity of having the bridge to go on the south shore off of Beauharnois. And I take that and then I go all around the traffic. I no longer pass through Montreal to go, well, near you guys. I refuse to do what you guys did. There's no way that I'm gonna pass through Montreal unless I have like no choice.
Yeah. I have a cousin that lives in Quebec. Is it Saint Foy?
Yeah,
Just
Saint Croix.
like 30 minutes away from Darren, I guess. I didn't have a chance to go see her last year, but I'm hoping that next time I go, I'll be able to stop at her place, leave Darren and Bridget alone. But if they invite me, I'm still gonna go say hi for sure. I mean, they were amazing hosts. Got nothing to say. It's just that I would like to do something different. Um, See the same people, but do something different. Like I'd like to drop at by your place to see your homestead, if that's possible.
It's true. No one has been here. Well,
No.
I did have friends over, but I did not have any homesteaders
Mhm.
over here that does the same thing or YouTubers. It was only friends and family that came over here. It's been a foggy. It is foggy here when we wake up in the morning, and it is chilly. Like, but the awesome part is we sleep so well. Like around 7, 8, as soon as the sun goes down, like the heat drops like very fast, and we can open the windows and sleep like fantastic. It is hot today. It was over 30 something degrees here. But I do hope the heat portion of the summer is like near the end. Like I'm so looking forward to 25, 26 during the day and like 15 during the night.
Easier to sleep.
Yeah, it's well, we're still running sometimes the air conditioning and I hate it. Some trees have less leaves. Okay, well, so that means your period of leaf color changing has already started. Okay, well, I'm looking outside. I'm not seeing any color change. I have this beautiful maple tree. Not maple tree. A maple, the red maple, where my children's school is, and it's like right outside my window, and it's like this beautiful red thing at the end of the summer, well, early fall, and there's no color change by now. But I'm 5B, so it's probably gonna happen like in a
Soon.
couple of weeks. Aren't we changing the time soon?
It's usually only at the end of October, beginning of November.
Okay, so I'm probably going to start seeing some changes by October because I got married in October and we got married because of the leaves and the color and the temperature. And I remember every October it's there.
Nice.
We can see frost here anywhere from September 9th to mid October. Ouch.
You're in zone 4, Marcy? I thought you were
Well,
zone 5.
I'm zone 5B. My first frost is September 12th or September 16th. Last year, we got end of October. The year before, the ground froze in December, but our first frost was like early November. I was able like to grow so many things. My Manitoba tomatoes last year like lasted almost till there. Winter forecast, weather and cooler for Great Lakes for 2023. So maybe we'll see a normal winter here. Nuts are dropping, leaves are starting to change. Okay, so yes, it is in the air. What hunting season? What are you hunting this year?
Now we're
Well,
going.
what are you? So it's moose. Aren't you going bear first?
Well, bear season has already started. The thing is to get a bear here, like it's easy, but it's time consuming because you have to go and feed them. But once you feed them for at least 5 days in a row, if they come for 5 days in a row, the bear has an habit and it will go back. So you just have to go and sit there and wait for him to come back. But I don't have time to go every night to bait the bear. I will bring my gun if we go grouse hunting just in case because we also want to go harvest some wild apples.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going in bear country without a gun, without the proper gun. But yeah, we're going for moose hunting, and while we go moose hunting, the bear season stops for that whole week, and then it starts back after until I think it's the 25th of October, or it would be around that time, 22nd maybe, because the week after deer hunting starts. And yeah, it's gonna be hunting from next week until the end of December.
So
Maybe.
you're still gonna be a busy bee.
Yeah, but for grouse, it's not the same. Like I'm allowed to have 6 per day, 12 in my freezer. Anthony wants to go. He has his license for the first time this year. I'm probably going to keep my hunting gun home. I'm just going to bring my rifle in case. But I just want to go and spend some time with the kid, teach him the right way, and be sure that he's safe and he's capable of doing things the right way. Beside that, like I mean, I did the same thing with my oldest here. I've got so many grouse in the past years. It's not the same rush. Like we need 3 grouse to have one decent meal for the family.
Same thing with the quails. It's
Yeah,
two,
I think
three
I'm
quails.
10. I did 3 of them today. I did them a different way. I didn't keep the skin on. I just removed the whole thing,
Yeah.
and it was way faster. But like three three quails was even less than a pound. So
Well, technically, I'm not saying you're supposed to eat like about a pound. Well, not even that, because I can feed with 1 pound of hamburger meat, I can feed my whole family.
yeah,
Technically. So I would say 2, 3 per person, but that's a lot of quails. You guys are like 7?
we were seven, and I got two teenagers.
So okay, so that's 4. God, that's a lot of
So
work.
that's kind of nine.
That's a lot of work for that's why we like when my last quail died because we were eating them for meat, I was like, it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 8 quails per meal.
Nice.
So every time we would harvest all the time. Like we would I think I had 16, no. I had a 24, what do you call it? Incubator.
Okay.
And quails is always 50 to 60%.
Mine
Uh
were like 21 out of 22.
well, anyways, I had like I had a very, very, very bad incubator like before.
Okay.
And I always had like 50 or 60% of hatching. And I would keep the females and I would harvest the males.
Hmm.
And we would normally harvest about between maybe 8 and 10. So all that work, like I was only getting 50% of, like, let's just say a success of 60% of like 24, and then half of it would be females and then the other half would be males. So I was only harvesting one meal every time I was putting eggs in the incubator. So, and my females were beyond, they were like so violent. They would kill the males. They
Uh,
would literally, like 2, 3 of them would jump on a male and kill him, like peck on his head, like crazy. I had like at one point I had 3 cages of isolation, and I had to divide those cages in 2 because I had 6 males, my future meals, that were in isolation because the females would attack them. So when the last one died, I was relieved. It was way too much work. It was way too much work. I ended up just like calling all of them, and I kept the 2 quiet ones, and I think they probably died of because I think quails has to have like a lot. I think it's 4 or 5, and there were only 2.
okay.
I think they just like let themselves die.
Could be.
Well, I have to cross the bridge. I think I'm coming from the north.
You can always come with me again, Marilyn.
One of the 2 cities has bypass now, don't I? I think so. I think so. Couldn't you take? Okay, well, there's the option of going with Remy, but isn't there another cross that's just after Quebec City? No, there's no cross. No, I don't think there's Rimouski. There, wait, there's a cross at. Um, I don't think there's another cross after Quebec City.
You could skip the Quebec City, but I don't think you could skip Montreal if you go that way. So either way, you have to go through one city.
Yeah,
Like I mean, if you live that in that area, you could probably know all the back roads and skip it. But if you're not,
yeah. Well, the other way would be staying on the North Shore and coming through like Three Rivers, like staying on the North Shore all the way down to Three Rivers and go down Three Rivers, and then go back on the highway.
Marilyn's saying that she wants chicks, but I will probably I will have some space if you want some. I mean, last year I came back home with a rabbit and 2 chickens and a rooster. So
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on comments. When passing through, keep your eyes on maple leaves. Why is he saying that? When passing through, keep your eyes. Can you explain, Joanne? I just want to make sure I understand. At least okay, we're on zone 4B.
Okay.
Maybe not. Not the bridge. I know what you mean, but if I want to. Okay. Yes, a ferry on foot. Oh, it's true. Her boyfriend drops her off at the ferry,
Yeah.
and then she takes the ferry on foot.
Just bring him, Marilyn. Get him to come.
It's true. Chicks in a box on a ferry in the month of May. That would be interesting. Interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Or you could cross a car, and you could still tag along. You can probably park your car there.
I'm wondering if she could not rent a parking spot at the ferry.
It might be cheaper. Just saying. Like, it's up to you, but
We're brainstorming for you guys.
yeah, we still have a long way to go.
We have a long way to go, but still, it shows that we're excited. He is working. Across a car. Okay. So you said,
Woohoo.
woohoo! So you said fall represents hunting for you. Is there anything else that you enjoy doing during the fall?
Well, it's really always like getting back to the routine, you know, like the kids go back to school. My girlfriend used to be an assistant teacher, so she would go back to work as well. Um, the vacations are done at work. Most of the people are coming back. Take care. You know, we're getting back to the normal life. Me working in a hospital, the surgeons are back from vacation, so the surgeries start back. We're getting more busy. All the computer geeks are back at work, and the projects are started again. So it's just get back in that routine there, and then I get back home, and it's okay. Like I got to go hunting. I want to go do this. I want to go harvest some wild apples. Now this year, I feel it's going to be a little bit different because I'm learning how to can. I'm preserving some more stuff with what I was able to do so far with Shed Wars. You know, I'm going to have a lot more food to preserve than usual. Right now, I have 2 freezers full, 2 fridges are full. The kitchen table is full. I have this shelf in front of my window. It's full. I have some stuff at my mom's place, and I even had to ask her today if she could make some more space for my moose if we get one, because I don't know if you've heard, but Jack from Ren's Homestead is coming with us. And by the time, like if we get a moose, we bring it to the butcher, he's going to be gone back home by the time the meat is ready. So we need a place to store it until a month later I go deer hunting with him down there. So I need a place to put my part of the meat and his part, and then bring his meat when we go down there. So it's going to be a lot of adjustments for me this year for sure.
There's a theme like going on as a homesteader. I don't know if people can understand or relate to this. When the entire garden is planted, well, actually, no, it starts when you start your seedlings. You have one seedling, couple of seeds started, and you have a couple trays. You fill the rack, and then you start playing Tetris, like to fit your plants under the light. And I remember Danielle, I'm not sure if Danielle's still here, but she had a 24-hour double shift thing going on. In the morning, she would wake up, take everything from the floor, and put it in, like removing what was on the shelf and then taking what was on the floor, putting it on the shelf. So she had 4 shelves in her kitchen that was running 24/7 on lights, and she had to make the rotation of her seedlings to make sure everything was exposed to 10-12 hours of light. So that was like Tetris thing going on. I had the same thing going on. And then when you plant your entire garden, you're left with plants, and you're like, I don't want to be a plant killer. So you play Tetris and you try to find space.
Let's see if I have
to plant your things.
Sure.
And then when you start harvesting your things, you need to find space. And then at first you're like, oh my God, my freezer's so empty. I have so much space. And then fall comes and you're like, oh my God, I have no more space.
You should see the thing that sells found for seedlings. You know those like old I don't know if it was for ice cream coolers or freezers from the stores.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was actually for lobsters. It was a lobster store not too far from here.
Mm-hmm.
There's windows on both sides, and it's like 16 feet long, and it's about 4 feet wide, and it's only like windows and
Nice.
flat platform. So his plan is to put all the seedlings in there in the spring. He has it at his spot, and that's gonna work. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Like,
But is he gonna leave it inside or outside?
oh, it's gonna be outside.
Yeah, but he needs to
It's
heat
gonna
it.
be like a greenhouse, kind of.
Yeah, but he needs to heat it. If it goes down, a greenhouse will bring up the temperature during the day, but if it's 2 degrees outside at night, it's going to be 2 degrees inside that little thing. If he's thinking of doing a greenhouse in there, which is wonderful, I would supplement with some type of heat to keep it and maintain it over 15 degrees.
You could probably figure something out with. He has a few solar panels down there. Just put like a heat lamp or something, just a solar panel to keep that going.
Yeah,
Be all
because
right.
like if he has peppers in there and it goes lower than 5 degrees, well, I would say even 10 degrees Celsius, his peppers won't like it at all. His
Yeah,
root.
all he was able to grow was beans and potatoes and a few cucumbers. And the way that he thinks is if I wasn't able to grow anything else, I'm not going to waste my time trying to grow something that I can't. I'm
He
going to
has
go. He expanded his garden, like was working on that today. I have a video about that coming in the next few days. It's expanding like crazy, and he's going to try some more stuff. But down where he had the main garden, he's going to keep going with the potatoes and the beans. It's all
but
that works for him. So,
where does he has his seedlings?
well, right now, like not now, but I mean in the spring, he has them home, probably next to the window.
Okay.
So by like when it's time to move the stuff in the greenhouse, when like he's gonna save like an extra 2 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. It's gonna get warmer during the day, and that thing's gonna stay a little bit warmer at
Hmm.
night than if it was outside. So like I can talk to him about that there. I didn't think of it. It's gonna have to heat it up if he wants to have his seedlings in there early, but
Well,
yeah,
look,
beans and
it's
stuff like
worth the try. It's worth the try. I wouldn't put all my plants in there.
that. Yeah.
Like when I did my trial in my high tunnel this year, only my frost tolerant seedlings were outside, and it worked. But if I would have left my tomatoes, I think I would have only left like one tray of like my extras. I would not have left like my precious paste tomatoes outside and making that experiment.
It didn't
But
work.
well, no, because it did freeze. Like I would have lost the entire plant. It's okay for seedlings of like kale, spinach,
Stuff like
like
that.
cabbage and stuff like
You need
that.
to make it cold well.
But tomatoes don't handle like under 5 degrees Celsius. They don't like it. They don't enjoy it. So, okay. So Dave mentioned that she could fly, and her answer is money. Obviously, everything's so expensive now. Um, and that is not helping with chicks. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not chicks. You'll have to put them like in the luggage area. Am I
carry on.
in the
Carry on.
yeah? People would love you, and the smell. It's like chicken mass, seedling mass. Yes, there's no such thing as like seed. Well, yes, I do a little bit of math, but like it's so hard like to find a space. Like this year, I think anything like thought it was not going to be that much like to take care of all the seedlings I bought to her house. But I saw her yesterday, and
She was exhausted.
she was exhausted. Like I am exhausted. She has 6 kids, and she had them full time all summer long, no day camp, nothing. So, and she has 2 teens. So I'm sure it was. I'm going to say interesting. I showed the tomato seeds you sent me to my best friend today, Annie. He told me then we are planting as much tomato plant as this year. Really? You're planting more tomatoes? I wonder why. Okay, so fall. For me, what does it mean? Well, definitely not rest. It's like the final push, the final like the final stretch
Hmm.
before the end. But it does not really end for me until I would say November because I have to put the garden to bed. And I started putting compost in the fall. And I have to say, I enjoy that last year because in the spring, all I had to do was broad fork, remove
Weeds.
the weeds, yeah, and plant. But usually, I would get like compost being delivered, and I would like put all like take about a week and a half, or the full weekend, like to dress up all the garden beds, and then plant. So I think if I can get my hand on some compost this year, I think my in-ground garden will have compost, and I want to try to empty my coop and all my chicken run and empty all of that into my raised beds and maybe have like only need half of what I wanted last year. So well, yeah, what I bought last year. So and then it's garlic. I have to plant garlic in end of October. So it stops for me really in November after I dress up everything and like trim all the raspberry plants, the blueberry plants, take care, set up like a compost area for the winter and winterize the animals. Once I have winterized the animals, that's when it feels real. Like the cold is there, it started freezing, and like you need to take out the boots and the winter stuff. So
Oh no.
y- yes, it does slow down in November, but it's not like quiet. It only starts getting quiet really like towards the end of the year. Oh yeah, garlic. I wonder when they are coming in the mail, and I have flower bulbs. Cool. And I wanted to say something else. What's coming out of your garden right now? I,
I'm still harvesting about 2 pounds of tomatoes per day, and that started around August 10. So I'm still harvesting a few. I have to pick them up before they ripe because as soon as they turn red, the mice go after them. So I remove them as soon as they start changing color. And after two,
is
three,
that at the community garden?
no, those are home. I have some in my greenhouse and I have some in my main garden in the back.
Don't you have a cat?
Nope.
I think you should invest in a cat.
I want to. I have someone else wearing the pants in the house that doesn't want me to get a cat.
Well, couldn't you get a barn cat that would sleep in the garage?
I wish.
Because like if I would lose tomatoes over mice, I'm allergic, chronic allergic to mice, like really bad.
I,
And like I love cats; they're the most cutest little thing. But if my neighbor did not get a cat, I would have ended up getting a barn cat, and he or she would have been operated and would have slept in the coop with the chicken. And I would ask, like, when it would be minus 30, minus 25, I would make sure to heat the coop so he or she would survive. But I have to say, I have two neighbors that have cats, so they take care of the mice problem. And my chicken also attack mice.
nice. Well,
I
the
had
chickens will go after.
amount.
after
I found two mouse dead in the coop, inside the coop. They
yeah.
like jumped on the thing, and poor thing. Like I'm not in love with mice, but like I don't necessarily love to see something being tortured. but they stepped on the thing, like they were walking all over the mouse. I was like, okay, he's dead. Like, let him go. They when they attack, they are vicious.
Yeah. And I still have squash and zucchinis growing. I harvested a few cucumbers.
You mean your monstrosity of 7 pounds?
Yeah, that one. That's the biggest one I've ever had.
That's a. What are you gonna do with that?
I don't know yet.
Do you enjoy zucchini bread?
Yes.
Well, you can do the same recipe as muffins for snacks.
Yeah.
I saw you enjoy squash in the oven, right?
Yes.
I used to do, I emptied the squash, like I would cut it, like depending the length of it, I would do boats, like cut it in two and then do little boats about this long. I would
Yeah.
remove the middle, put olive oil, salt, pepper. I would roast it in the oven, and then I would saute whatever you well, like. I know you guys don't eat garlic, but I would saute onion, garlic, meat, any type of hamburger meat that you have, and I would, if you have like bell peppers, any vegetables that you like, I would put it in the little boat and then put it back in the oven with some cheese.
Yes.
Nom, 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 nom. Or
That's what.
you can do zucchini pizzas.
Yeah, I want to try the zucchini lasagna as well.
Yeah, you can do like no pasta. You just have to find something to slice like really really thin. That's good. That's really good.
The problem I have with the idea you just gave me is that I don't have that left, but total since the beginning of the year, I've harvested 31 zucchinis. And you're telling me to do the same recipes as my squash? I harvested 120 squash, and I still have more growing.
Can I say a bad word? Can I say a bad word like nah? I well this year I said screw it with the vine borers and the squash bugs and the cucumber beetles. And I have two Goudas, which is a small version of Long Island pumpkins.
Okay.
I have three naked seed pumpkins and two sugar pie, and I have one unidentified. Like the grass and the weeds are so tall, I cannot see the tags. And I had a one red curry. So this is like a record for me of squash. But this year I switched to varieties that are more tolerant to
Okay.
squash, spores, squash. What do you call it? Squash bugs. There's um, Curcubacee moschata, Curcubacee pepo, and Curcubacee maxima. Those are like the three types of squash. Zucchinis and pumpkins are usually Curcubacee pepo. Those are like vine borers, squash bugs, cucumber beetles. Like it's like it's a drug for them. Like they love that one, especially the squash bugs and the vine borers. The Maxima one is stronger, so the plant itself will not be bored as easily as the pepo. And the moschata, which is the family of the buttercup, is the most tolerant to the pest pressure. So this year I only mainly planted Maxima and Moschata. So that's maybe why I did have squash. But like I want like 100 squash.
I wish I could send you some. I
Well,
don't
Annie
ask.
gave me two. She
Okay.
gave me a Fuji, black Fuji.
Okay.
Is it how it's called?
I have no idea.
It's a Japanese squash. Squash. Thank God I don't have a beer with me because I would be drunk by now. I keep saying squash. Squash. Fuji. No. No, that's not it. I want to say the name. Jardin Les Coumènes. Goja. Futsi, Fuji. Ah, Futsu. I was really far. This is a
Okay, looks like pumpkins. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it starts like this one, but it's like it ends up being darker. It's a
Okay.
Japanese version, and like I've been trying to grow it every year because it is like I want it as a decoration and then eat it. And she gave me something similar to sweet meat, but a different variety. Like it's in the same family, just a different name. And she
Okay.
gave me a zucchini, a yellow zucchini that looks like a crook's neck, but it has like little lumps on it.
Cool.
And it's like that shape, that weird long crook's neck shape. It was really fun. So I can add that to my squash collection this year. But like I told her next year, um, tomatoes and pepper plants are like time consuming. So if you want, instead of growing tomatoes for me, I can send you squash seeds and we can do squash training. And I can grow like instead of growing multiple squash here, I could grow like more tomatoes. And we would like it's obviously like pound per pound is not possible, but we can do like something different. And she went like this. I'll think about it. So I'm like, okay. So I might have found like a squash drug for next year.
It's fun that you have someone to do those trades. Sel was actually talking about that too. We'd like to create a small community in the area where, even we would do a Facebook group, but then I don't think Facebook allows for anything related to food online. So we would like to have like this little bunch of people talking to each other about if I grow more carrots and you grow more potatoes, we could do like a swap.
Yeah.
If someone wants some zucchinis or some squash and I have a lot, I could trade them for some bigger tomatoes or something else. And
Well, she's not close. She's 2 hours and 50
yeah,
minutes away from my house. So
I
I,
know. But at least you have someone to help you. Like I
yeah,
don't have anyone around here that's willing to do some tradings like that.
yeah.
I have
Well,
my
I
brother. My brother wanted some squash. I gave him a few, and he allowed me to go and pick some beans.
Well, you know what you could do is ask him in his backyard a spot where you can plant a boatload of the same squash. Let's just say that you guys enjoy, I don't know, spaghetti squash. So at his house, you only grow, I don't know, 5 plants of that particular squash. If his neighbors does not have gardens, you have seeds for like 10 generations in front of you because you're probably going to get 2 3 squash per plant, and
Oh, yeah.
then there's about 25 to 40 seeds in each of the spaghetti squash. And if you have like 5 plants, like make the calculation, you will be able to save seeds and then share those seeds of that particular. And then you can tell your brother, well, then you have 5 spaghetti squash because you let me use, I don't know, certain
Yeah.
amount of space in your garden. I would do it. If one of my neighbors would let me use some of the space, I would, but obviously not for squash because like I would bring all the
The bug
all,
around.
all
Well,
the pests at his location. But I would do it if someone would give me some space.
I will have some space. Hopefully, I have to call the woman there. Behind my dad's property, there's a big site, like not a field, but there's a part where my dad's land ends until the first trees. There's about maybe I don't know, like 100 feet, like by 200 feet, and they're not
No.
using that space at all. And I'm sure, like I know for a fact that if I call her and ask her if I can make a garden there, she won't say no because it's the kind of place where
A
it's
hundred
yours,
by
but it's
two
not really
hundred.
yours. 100 by 200. Yeah, I would plant potatoes there.
Okay, that's 20,000 square feet of
Yeah, I
gardening
wouldn't use the
space.
whole thing, but like I
I
said,
don't like I have like 3,000 square feet here and my mind is like all over the place. So if you have 20,000 square feet, you're
I would
like
only plant potatoes. But
like a monocrop or like beans. I would
yeah,
plant like beans, dry beans and
there
potatoes.
could be a lot of beans on one plant. I would end up with like 300-pound of beans, and then I would end up being in worse shape than I am now, having to harvest and can and freeze. And but
Yeah.
I would like to have my brother to be with me on this project and just plant potatoes like my dad used to make, like my grandfather used to make when my dad was younger. My
You
dad
don't
was
have a
a kid.
cellar, right?
No,
Oh,
I don't.
that would have been nice. I missed your comment, Dave. Dug out and froze 10 pounds of carrot to make room for garlic.
Cool.
Oh, I have to go dig out. Also, that's what I wanted to say earlier. Fall also means they have to clear out the garden.
Yep.
I have to clear out 6 rows of potatoes. That's 15 feet long. I have 4 rows of carrots. That's 15 feet long. I have to like find my way in the back of my garden. That's a jungle. I have weeds like almost to my knees. Okay, I'm not very tall, but like you probably have like weeds to like mid calf. Like I have to like pass the weed eater in there and like figure out where my beds are because I have to prep for garlic. Because I normally plant garlic where I planted squash. So when my season ends, I have to fix my tiller, and it's the only place that I till is where I planted squash to make sure that the eggs of the vine borers come up to the surface and die, or like the birds come and eat them, and then I like place everything back a couple of weeks after, and then plant my garlic. Because when they emerge from the soil, if there's garlic, they hate the smell of garlic. Well, technically, and they won't come back. They end up coming back because I have squash every year. But yeah, that's the theory behind it. Did you find how the buckets and kind of bucket garden? Where'd your comment go? Okay. Did you find how the buckets and kind of bucket garden land at the end of your property, Jimmy?
Nope. I'm guessing someone was growing something uh, that was illegal back in the days and is now legal.
We won't say the name. We won't say the name. We don't want problems.
Yeah.
Okay, where are the comments? They went back up again. Okay, Dave. I have a quarter of an acre for potatoes and peanuts, beans, and squash row. Okay, I'm jealous right now. Half an acre for just that. I live on a third of an acre. Yes, you're absolutely right. It is time to buy landscape fabric, half price discount for next year. Yes, that's the thing I wanted to say. One of the things I do in the fall is I keep a journal of my gardening season, and then, okay, well, next year I want to invest in this, 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 this. And it's the perfect time to start searching, like up till New Year's. There's always good deals. So that's a good tip. Uh, there's a sharp sound coming from one of you. Is someone passing the vacuum?
Of course. Of course. I think she's doing it on purpose. She was there earlier before we started.
I'm so sorry. Does anyone want to share? Oh, my light went weird. Can you see me?
Yep.
Okay. Does anyone want to share what fall means to them? In the comments?
It's okay, Marilyn.
Okay, well, the noise is gone now.
Yeah, she's done.
Until people actually are you looking for the quiet time? I know quiet means cold and snow. Okay, I know that, and I hate the cold and I hate the snow. But I am looking forward to slower, like a slower pace.
Yeah, it's slower and not slower because like you said, we're gonna be going at it until November, until the end of November. I might be out of mason jars before then because, of course, I didn't have that many to start with. But it's gonna be like I'm gonna go deer hunting probably unless I get one until middle of November, and then it's gonna be like grouse and putting snares in the winter, and Christmas will be coming soon after that, and I have no idea how that's gonna go this year. As soon as Christmas is done, it's the same thing that starts over
Seeds,
again. We have to
seeds.
start
It's
getting
seed
seeds.
time.
Yeah, seeds. We have to buy seeds, and then we have to start seedlings inside and
I
bring
am
them
okay.
upstairs.
I'm gonna read Madeleine's comment and then Dave's because I find that it goes in order. I would love to have a wood burning stove inside of my house. I think I'm gonna find some essential oil that smells like burning wood or something similar because I miss that. I really my old home that we had before here had a wood burning stove, and now only the chicken has the wood burning stove. So if I want to smell it, I have to open the windows when my husband makes a fire for the chickens. And yes, colder months mean making beer.
I would like to start that too.
I bought a kit to make beer and wine. I am not sure. I'm not sure if this winter will be the season. I made mead. It was a disaster. I think I did not sterilize properly. There's some. I have to talk to Darren to see what I did wrong because there's like a film and it does not taste like mead. So maybe it's the recipe. Anyways, I know I did something wrong.
Hmm.
So beer, I was told it's easier. I would love to make beer and wine. I used to go at a shop where we used to live. You would buy a kit and you would mix everything with the gentleman or the lady there. And then they would ferment it for you for 4 to 7 weeks, depending of the type of stuff that you're buying. And then you would make an appointment to go bottle up your beer, your wine. There was other alcohol beverages, and you would pay. That was like when I got married, so 11 years ago. We used to make sangria, red wine, and white wine, and it was about 120 something dollars for the whole kit, and he gave us about 28 bottles of wine.
Which lasts about 2 months.
No. Well, obviously, when you have 28 bottles of wine in your cellar, it's like, woo, fun. But no, still, I find like it was between $3 to $5 a bottle. And it was much more, it can't, like, we loved wine. And like opening a bottle of wine like once a week or 2 bottles of wine once a week when you have no kids, you can fit it in your budget. But one kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, we no longer can have wine because wine is like $17 a bottle. He
And
drinks,
that's when you need it the most.
yes, and he drinks red. I drink white. So the only thing we can do is find a rosé so that we can open only one bottle. But like there's like he does not always want to drink rosé, so we end up buying 2 bottles, so it's $30, and it adds up fast.
We
So
always buy the cheapest.
I'm sorry.
We always buy the cheapest wine we can find in the store.
Uh,
$12 a bottle, $11 a bottle.
I normally buy Australian white wine, which is usually always under $20 a bottle. And it's really, really, really every Australian wine I have bought, I've never been disappointed. My favorite is Moscato, Australian white wine, Moscato. I think it's that Moscato. Where is it? I can't find it, obviously. There it is. Jacob's Creek Moscato. Can you see it?
Yep.
You can find it sometimes at the grocery store. Jacobs Creek Moscato, Moscato. It's a really nice wine. It's like, it's not, oh my God, to die for, but it's an affordable wine. And the other one that we drink, well, I think it's like 19. Well, it's probably more expensive now. I haven't really bought wine in a long time, but when I used to buy wine, that was like my go-to. In the other one, it's an Australian white wine also. That at the time was $19. Looking for the name. It's a woman's name. Anyways, it's probably gonna come back to me later on. Doesn't matter. So if I could find a at-home kit that's similar to that, I would try it for sure. Yes, Dave, I'll probably pick up. So I guess we're going to be a couple doing some alcohol this winter. So excited for winter this year. First year, I will not need to travel. I'm guessing that traveling because of work, beer equals $1 liter. To make, because if it's $1 liter to make, I'm definitely going to give it a try. Well, you have to buy the bottles.
Details.
Or keep the bottles that you drink and just buy the what do you call it? Twist cap?
Yeah.
The twist cap machine. There's the bottle that you clip, that you it's like a green bottle that you can do beer in it, or you can buy the twist cap machine and just buy the twist cap.
And yes, Marilyn, we do, but it's way too expensive. And it's only beer and wine.
You have alcohol at the grocery store. We have alcohol in IGA, Metro, Maxi. We don't have alcohol at Walmart.
No, I think it's only non-alcoholic beer.
That sucks.
Why buy it?
Well, no, I understand why it exists. I do, because I know someone that drinks it, and I know the reasoning behind it. So, like, I props to him. And I drank non-alcoholic beer and non-alcoholic wine when I was pregnant. I was like, I'd rather not drink because it's not the same. It does not taste the same. Like, I respect the people that choose to take that. But if you offer me, like, what would I go for? Obviously, I'm going to go for real wine. 20 liters of beer costs $35 with grain yeast. Make 36 bottles. Are we talking about 500 ml bottles or 350 regular conventional amber bottles?
Well, I'll just go across the bridge and buy a case of 60 for $72, $73. And I won't have to do it myself.
Yes, but it won't be the same.
I know.
Yep. Once you have all the tools. Well, I have the kit. I have the basic kit of beer. I still have to open it. I use these snap bottles for my kefir, my water kefir. I think the only thing I'm missing is I need to buy the brush to clean the bottles, because my kids found the brush and lost the brush. And I will need to buy the soap and sterilizer to do the beer. And I have, I think, 12 bottles or 18 bottles. I'm not sure. Or buy the keg. Yes, if you buy the keg, you only have to do one thing: put it in the fridge, open the fridge. Yeah, but you would kind of get drunk fast with a keg in the fridge.
Details.
Details. Details.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
We'll cross the bridge when we get there. I have about 5-10 minutes left because, like, my husband needs to work outside before the sun goes down. So, if you guys want to say stuff about fall, let me know. So
Okay.
I'm happy that Jill, you no longer have to travel during the winter for work. Oh, just use the popping cap bottle. If you do it in a bottle, I mean the caper is okay, but breaks the bottle sometimes. I'd have to ask you. I have to show you the bottles I have. Mine is like the Groach bottles that I have. I don't have the amber bottle with the twist cap. I don't have that. I have 10 cases of Corona bottle and all stainless steel fermenter 375 mLs. Nice. Someone's equipped. So if the apocalypse happened and we need alcohol, we now have Darren in Quebec and we now have Dave.
Here in Ontario and Maryland and the North.
Yes, we have places to go.
And just by the way, there's a conference in Ontario at the beginning of May.
Yes.
Maybe it'd be nice if we could try some. Just saying.
Like wink, wink. We have two about 20-liter kegs in the cold room. Do you
Nice.
ferment in your kegs, or you only use your kegs to serve? I'm gonna wait for her to answer and see if I can find the name. Oh, it's Kim Crawford. The name of the wine I was looking for. Is that it, Kim Crawford? That's it. Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc. Those are the two that I normally go for.
Okay.
And do I have the SAQ price? You have SAQ in your region?
Yeah, across the bridge.
Okay, I was right. The price did go up. So it's $20.95 a bottle. And the other one, we only to serve with the CO2 bottles for mooch, fermenting before, and the Toury. Okay. I do have a Toury. Oh, that's the one. The Jacobs Creek right now, the Moscato I told you is $14.45. So that's an affordable wine for like an evening.
Yeah.
And that's SAQ prices.
Cool.
So I guess I'm going to have to take out the fermenting kit I have for beer and wine and push myself to do something. But like Fred wants me to learn about cheese this winter and making fresh mozzarella cheese.
Nice.
Because, fall means emptying the garden, and then winter means educating myself, learning new skills, catching up on videos.
Yeah, I have a watch later list that keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, God, I feel so bad. I know that I can't assist any lives. It's ridiculous. Like, yes, what day are we today? Sunday. Friday, Marilyn made a opening of a package that I sent her, and I was still canning. Like, I had 2-3 counters going. I was making pizza, and like I was trying to grab a bite, and then Fred's like, "We're watching a movie," and the counter was like, so I'm like, I can't like jump on a live or let's watch a live. I missed her live. I'm so sorry, Marilyn. And I missed your live on Friday also. You're live.
It's okay.
And then I've missed all last 2 weeks of your videos. I'm so behind. Dave mentioned something.
Yes, you're on your way. It's gonna happen before the winter. Let's hope so.
I would love to do cheese. I'm gonna try to do fresh mozzarella cheese. You know those ball that you eat with balsamic vinegar and olive oil. And I also want to do a brick, the harder version, so that I can do like pizza sauce, like a pizza with fresh mozzarella. But I'm not there yet. Like I have zero equipment yet. So call me for the beer, but I'll call you for the cheese. Yes. 1,000 sub party this winter, Annie. I hope so. If I have new viewers here tonight, I have to reintroduce myself. I grew 85 subs in 28 days. So there's a lot of new viewers, a lot of new people, and I am blown away that I have about a sub a day more. So if things keep going, I could have a 1,000 sub party, but I still need the watch time to be qualified. And to this day, what does it say? What does it say? So I'm at 733 as of now, and watch time 2,500. So I still have a lot of work to do. But if I compare to where I was at this time last year, I grew so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the community I have built is amazing. I actually have now conversations with viewers in the comments. Like I love responding to the YouTubers' comments because we are a YouTuber homesteading community, but like building a community with viewers I literally don't know is so fun now. Like I actually have I meet new people in the comments, which is fun. So soon, and obviously everyone will know. I think my neighbors will know. If there's a graveyard near my house, there will know also. The entire YouTube world will know. And I hit 1,000, and I probably will ugly cry for sure.
Well, you're getting there slowly but surely.
Yes, I know.
And the watch hours is only a detail that can happen just like that.
Yes. Well, I need to figure out what I'm doing. I'm doing something bad in my latest video. People don't stick
Okay.
till 50% of the video. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, or people are so busy they don't have time, so they just like watch and then close their phones, or it could be me, or it could be just them not taking the time or not having the time, which is fine. It's just, it would be fun that on a 8-minute video, I would see people stay longer, but that will come also in the future months. Thanks, Dave. So I have to go. I promised my husband I would take off before 7:30. So thank you everyone for coming. I know that I talked about fall. I know it's coming, but hang in there, because before fall can come, we still have loads to do, and more preserving and more fun hunting.
Yes, and after fall comes winter, but after winter comes spring.
Yes.
And we all know what's happening in spring now.
Yes. So
Yearly
we have something for those cold days, those sad days, those winter days, those yucky, disgusting, snowing days. We cannot put bikini now. YouTube will shut. You will never see me in a bathing suit on my channel. I'm sorry, guys, or girls.
Really, that's why I was staying here.
No, I'm so sorry. I know there's like boys, men, like everyone. No, sorry. I do not do my YouTube channel for that. I know that there's I showed you that last year, and I'm gonna finish with that. I'm not gonna name the channel. She has a specific name, and it attracts a lot of people, and all her thumbnails are clickbait. And she grew in 6 months so much because of that. I'm not even sure if she still does it now. Like, she passed from 0 to 1,000 and monetized in 6 months because of, it's not bikini, but it's close.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to attract people because of this. I want to attract to inspire people to grow food, to be more self-sufficient, and what's in here, what's in my heart, and friendship. Because if with everything going on in homesteaders, everyone being all over the world, I think it's much more important. Well, to me it is.
Yeah.
So no bikinis. Beer, wine, for sure. So I'm going to send you all guys away. Well, I mean, I'm going to send you guys off. And thank you for Remy for coming in. Everyone, thanks for coming in. And we'll chat next week. Take care, everyone.
All right,
Bye.
thank you.